And the Hurricanes will face Texas A&M. In the NBA, the Thunder went to 23-1 on the season, beating the Jazz 131-101.
Guess who's back? Back again. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? 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 Guess who's back?
Denny Schaefer. He's an idiot.
Honey, guess what? We are home right where we belong for the next couple of hours. Oh, are we going to have some fun today? I'm not even sure we're going to be able to get it all in because we are just friggin' packed today. But I'm excited to be here. Hopefully you had an awesome weekend. I had an amazing weekend. Almost 12 straight hours on the couch watching sports on Saturday. And let me tell you, boys and girls, it was a beautiful thing. DennyRadio Sports and More. It is episode 178. And it's brought to you by Cinco de Mayo Mexican Bar and Grill. They're on Alexis Road east of Telegraph, Airport Highway in Holland in front of Menard, Schreier Road in Rossford, and the newest location not far from the station on Glendale in front of Walmart. Check them out, and you're welcome. We're also up on BakeryUnlimited.com, Facebook Live Cam. If you're not following us on Facebook, you should. Go to Facebook, search 100.7 The Ticket. Give us a fave, give us a like. All of that, and play along on the show. No guests this hour. You call, we put you right on. Or you can text us on the Cigar Affair in Uptown Mall Me's text line, 877-909-1007. All right, the docuseries, Sean Combs, The Reckoning, is number one on Netflix right now. Now, here's another way to see P. Diddy with a special guest for the holidays.
This Saturday night, it's the first ever Christmas special with R. Kelly and P. Diddy.
I wish for Christmas that family's okay. I know you can feel me. I wish for Christmas that the whole world is safe. I know you can hear me. My wish for Christmas that love conquers hate. Please make me better. This is my Christmas wish for the holiday. I wish I wasn't the way I am.
Don't miss an incarcerated Christmas this Saturday night on Court TV.
Oh, I'll be watching that. Let's say howdy doody to the producer of this fine broadcast. That would be Chris
Hollywood. What's up, Dan, man?
Dude, I'm telling you, stomach's a little weird today, a little funky. I've been fighting something off all weekend, and my wife's like, "You're always sick." I'm like, "Name a time I took a sick day." And she goes, "Well, you always seem to be fighting something off." I'm like, "No, that's not true." I said, "I rarely talk about when I'm not feeling well." It's funny what our wives believe and what's actual reality.
Yeah, they just like to say stuff.
Yeah.
But not sharing, just mine.
Dude, you're too new to be going down my road, pal. 25 years in.
We got a phone call for you.
And counting. All right, well, then let's go right to the damn phones. It better be a good one. It better not be a derailer. Good afternoon. You're on 100.7 The Ticket. What is your name, please?
What do you mean a derailer? I make this show.
Rob,
what's up, Rob?
Nice job with the Bengals yesterday.
Dude, I kind of want to watch that P. Diddy live from Folsom Prison and then listen to Johnny Cash live from Folsom. You know what I mean? Like that'd be a hell of a Christmas combo to watch and listen, you know?
Well, I'm sure it's going to be out before you know it.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
And
so how about them Buckeyes?
Wait a minute.
Say it again, Rob. Say it one more time.
How about them Buckeyes?
Go Hoosiers, baby.
Okay, so
I honestly thought it was going to be a higher scoring affair than what it was. I really did. And a little bit of me was rooting for the Buckeyes to win because if you lose a game, you want to lose to the best, right?
Right.
But I had not seen Julian Sayin that confused by a defense all year.
Because you haven't seen Julian Sayin play a defense all year.
Correct. You stole my thunder again, Hollywood. damn it, man.
That's what he does. I was
what he does.
impressed, honestly, with both teams. I thought they both played well enough to win, but when it came right down to it, the adjustments that Indiana made at halftime was much better than the adjustments Ohio State made. So that leads me to believe that Indiana made the right coaching choices and moves. Not saying they're better coaches, but they certainly were on Saturday night. Ohio State didn't get a stinking point. And then you have their poor kicker who missed the field goal. And by the way, Jaden Fleming, within 12 hours, was getting freaking death threats from Buckeye fans on his Instagram account. Very, very classy. 5,000 comments right after the game slamming him, including death threats, which it's not all Buckeye fans that do that, but it's enough to make the entire Buckeye Nation look giant douches. Anyway, I thought it was a hell of a game.
I'd be interested. Go ahead, sorry.
I said, and I stayed up all the way to the end. I mean, I was up till like quarter to friggin' midnight, which surprised me because I started watching football at noon, and I was on sports all day. It was beautiful. All right, Rob, go ahead.
Well, usually you got to stay up that late anyway because you have to take your pills. Guys at your age have to take your pills. So I thought it would be a lot more of a high-scoring affair, but all those people making death threats, I'd like to do a little reverse search and see how much those people had on the game because it always seems to be the people that have a lot of money riding on the game. You know, if you're that big of a degen gambler that you got to make death threats to a 19, 20-year-old kid because he missed a 27-yard field goal that my grandma with one leg could have made, then you're a horrible person. But anyway, I digress. Poor Notre Dame. I got a lot on my mind today, boys, so sit back and I'll take it from here.
All right,
Poor Notre Dame, you know. So, and here's the thing. People are saying, oh, you should open it up to 24 teams. You know, the old saying, don't try to make everybody happy because you're not going to make anybody happy. You could expand this thing to 64, and there's still going to be some people that are going to be irritated because their team didn't get in. It's not going to matter. Go back to 4 teams. If you hate the way it's set up now, go back to 4. You know, it sucks that Notre Dame got passed over, but at the same time, you got those 2 losses at the beginning of the year. Here's an idea: win the games. You want to make an argument for yourself? Win. Play the games.
And play harder schools. Don't play too hard schools, and then your next 8 games are against nobody. They had too soft of a schedule. They have no one to freaking blame but themselves. And I got a lot to say about that when we get around to that because Notre Dame, I'm sorry, I know it's not the players, probably not the coaching staff, but their athletic directors and the boosters that are okay with them saying, yeah, we didn't get in, so we're not going to play in a bowl game. I'm telling you, Notre Dame
I listened
bad right now.
I listened to another interview on another radio show this morning, and they interviewed the athletic director from Notre Dame, and he did say that he doesn't, the schools that got in, the teams that got in are great schools, but he feels like there's been some irreparable harm done to Notre Dame by the ACC because their other sports programs, their other teams are in that league.
Mm-hmm.
So he said there's been some irreparable harm done.
Like what?
So, I'm going to hold my breath. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really sure.
Listen, Notre Dame they're not in a football. They're not in a conference for one reason: money, and it's their own damn fault.
Right.
They want everybody that made the playoffs. They all get what, $4 million, but they have to split it with their league. Notre Dame doesn't want to do that, so your greed got in the way. Their strategy: play a couple of tough teams, maybe beat one of them, and then have patsies the rest of the year. You'll get into the playoff. That's Notre Dame's strategy. Well, it failed this year. You played 2 really good schools and you went 0-2, and then you ran the table. And guess what? The team that beat you game 1 because you guys weren't prepared, and guess what? They got in, and I'm glad Miami got in. I'm shocked that Notre Dame didn't get in because Notre Dame is kind of like the Cowboys, America's college team. But I'm glad it happened, and I think Notre Dame looks stupid and childish by saying, well, then we're not going to a bowl game. We're not going to do that.
Like somebody cares.
I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch it whether they're on or not. But it's not the team. It's certainly not the players. It's the freaking all the egomaniac athletic director and the power brokers in South Bend.
Yep, they didn't get the pop. They were going to get the Pop-Tart Bowl. It was the bowl game they would have gotten.
There you go.
So that just tells me that they have something against Pop-Tarts, and I can't support somebody who has something against Pop-Tarts. I just can't do it. You're not an American at that point. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like saying you don't like Oreos and milk. What kind of communist are you? Now, when it comes to the professional front, here's a tip for all the young football players out there, guys that want to be quarterbacks or defensive coordinators. Don't leave tight ends open over the middle. Tight ends are very, very good football players, and they will torch your ass every time. If you don't believe me, ask the Cincinnati Bengals the last 3 weeks. They lost to Chicago. What'd they do? They left a tight end wide open over the middle. Yesterday against Baltimore, luckily they won that game, but Mark Andrews was shredding them over the middle. Yesterday, how many tight ends caught touchdowns in the middle? Cover your tight ends. They're not just out there to block and show you their muscles and marry Taylor Swift. They're out there to play damn football. Now cover them.
Dude, I'm
Rob, you're making this easy today. I can just shut up, man.
I'm just gonna go home. I'm just gonna go upstairs and ice my knee and just let you two do it. Because Rob, you are fired up. I was surprised though. The Bengals had the lead and then they choked, and then they didn't.
And honestly, the pick six, that interception, the pick six kind of popped, put a hole in the balloon, and then the very next pass play got deflected into that guy's hands, and then that was it. It's just they played the game well, they just didn't play the game good.
Yeah.
So defensively, Al Golden, maybe Notre Dame wants him back.
Maybe
he'll change their mind. Who knows? I don't know, but something's got to change in the Queen City.
Last question there,
Go ahead.
Mr. Bengals fan. Do you sit Joe Burrow the rest of the year?
No, because they're not eliminated yet. they could still shut up, Chris. They could still sorry. They could still do it. They have to win out. They had a 1-game cushion where they could basically lose a game and still make it. But now they've got to win out. They've got Baltimore this week at home. They travel to Miami for Sunday Night Football. They've got Arizona at home, and they've got Cleveland at home.
Yeah. Hey, Rob.
They have to win out. If they lose one of those games, it's over. They're going to lose one of those games. It's over.
Rob,
but Joe Burrow is a baller. He's a gamer. He's not going to sit.
Well, the Bengals are like the Chiefs, dude. They're done. They're not going to the friggin' playoffs. It ain't happening.
Oh, my gosh.
There you go.
Here's the Lions fans talking because they won a game.
I wasn't going to bring up the Lions.
We're going to get to all of that. Listen, the Lions aren't going anywhere either. The Lions, when I'm watching the Packers and the Bears, I'm watching them going, the Lions, they can't compete with these two, both of them and their high-powered offenses and their good defense.
All you got to do is get in.
No, they're not.
Honestly, I wasn't
not getting in.
I wasn't that impressed with the Bears yesterday.
That's what. Thank you, Rob.
I think the Bears got exposed by. I think the Bears got exposed by a team that the Green Bay Packers are sneaky good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that because I'm married to a giant Packers fan and I know where my bread's buttered. I'm saying that because the Packers. Well, I am, but I'm saying that because the Packers are a sneaky good team right now. That down the stretch. Look out. I don't think many people in the NFC playoffs want to see them.
They just play with their food too much. They could have destroyed the Bears.
They do. Yeah. They're pawing at the yarn ball with that one for sure.
The Bears righted the ship in the second half. That tells me that they know what they're doing. Yeah, the first half, not so good, but they were in it all the way to the end till he threw a freaking pick. I mean, that was it. I mean, that was the best weekend, the best NFL game to watch. That lived up to the billing as being the game of the week. It really was. Although last night was pretty fun to watch too. But Packers and Bears lived up to the rivalry. 211 times they've played or something, the longest rivalry in the NFL. And I thoroughly enjoyed it because I didn't have to worry. I mean, I was rooting for the Bears only because that helps my Lions. But I'm watching them going, yeah, the Lions are not in the same league as these two. So I guess we'll find out when the Detroit goes to Chicago. What, second to last game, or is it the last game? Might be the last game of the year.
Last game of the year.
I think they end it there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So,
I'll leave you with one last thought, something to ponder and maybe talk about later.
what?
I mean, a good game yesterday, honestly, was the Browns game.
Mm-hmm.
Based on the last 5 seconds of their last play of that game, is Kevin Stefanski trying to get himself fired? Is he trying to get fired?
See, I didn't watch the game.
What kind of call was
I
that?
watched it.
I was driving up to a family Christmas party up in Flint.
Rob, they're tanking.
Yeah, he's trying to get himself fired. Based on that
I
alone,
don't know if he's trying to get fired. I just think they're not trying to win games.
So why? They can draft another quarterback?
Yes.
Now,
They
now
picked
you're
up
getting
two-
into
they
the
picked up 2
insanity.
picks. They picked up 2 first-round picks, or 2 picks from 2 teams this year, trading away quarterbacks, Kenny Pickett, Joe Flacco. They picked up 2 draft picks for that. I guarantee you one of those is going to be a quarterback.
Well, they can
guarantee
trade.
it.
They can trade Shador. They can trade Deshaun, and they'll probably trade Dylan Gabriel. That's a couple more second and third round picks right there.
Clean slate. Start all
Deshaun
over
Watson
again.
will be a Cleveland Brown next year. Deshaun will be a Cleveland Brown next year.
I think he's going to play this year. It wouldn't surprise me if he doesn't play next week.
Oh, he's not playing next week.
Okay, week after.
No, he said
He's playing this
2026.
year.
He's not playing this year.
Well, then why did they
He's not
activate
playing
him?
this year.
They had
No way.
21 days
I don't think they planned on Shador coming out there and looking like
yesterday.
the future. Yeah.
Yeah.
He looked really good, man. He looked really good.
I don't know. Kind of like everybody's kind of been saying, you know?
Right. The 5th round quarterback went against the 1st round quarterback yesterday, and I gave the edge to the 5th round guy.
I was going to say, who looked like the first pick yesterday?
Like I said, I'm giving the edge to Shador on that one.
All right,
You know
Rob,
what I mean?
gotta go. I'm
So-
up against the break, my man. Call anytime. We always love
Sorry.
having you on. Kill the
Sorry.
whole segment. It was beautiful.
Sorry I took up so much time. Don't be mean to me
All good,
anymore.
my man. It's all good. Have a great
All right,
day.
Rob.
Rob, Meredith Party
Later.
Reynolds. Lifelong Bengals fan, married to a Packer fan, good dude. And he was fired up. I like that. All right, we have a break, though, because we went kind of long. So we have a lot to cover today. Hopefully you're up for it. Denny Radio Sports and More brought to you by Cinco de Mayo Mexican Bar and Grill. It continues next on 100.7 The Ticket.
Denny Schaefer is bringing the thunder. Denny Radio is on
All right, I'm
100.7 The Ticket.
Looking for a fun night out
5
that
minutes.
sparks your creativity? Head to Board and Brush, where
Right, we upset it. We're gonna have to wait till I get off the air. I already have that.
Average Amy's. Our coffee has caffeine and our muffins are cooked.
You're not average. Your marketing results shouldn't be either. Cumulus Digital outperforms industry benchmarks by over 25%. Visit cumulusdigital.com to start outperforming today.
Denny Schaefer.
When you're walking to your cars, put your keys in between your knuckles. Boom, homemade weapon. All right? Someone attacks you, keys to the eyes, keys to the groin. If your attacker's a female, keys to the cooch will really do some damage.
I just have a key fob.
Well, a fob to the cooch is no vacation either, all right?
He's an idiot.
Denny Radio, sports and more on 100.7 The Ticket.
If you're not watching St. Dennis Medical, watch it. It's a funny freaking show. Denny Radio, sports and more, brought to you by Cinco de Mayo Mexican Bar and Grill, the home of the $8.99 lunch specials, which are going on right now till 3 o'clock, by the way. Have some lunch, a margarita. Yeah, life is good. All right, 877-909-1007. Try not to be so fired up, though, if you call the show. Tennessee Cigar Affair and Uptown Mommy text line. All right, man, that was what a start to the show. Now, we normally start with sports on TV. Like I said, I started on Saturday at noon. I did my usual Costco, and actually I went out to see AJ at St. Mary's Meats, and okay. I've got pictures of all the dead deer carcasses he's got out there at St. Mary's Meats, and I'll pop those on at some point.
Buck season now.
Oh yeah, dude, they're getting it done out there. Yeah. And then I got home like right before noon, and I sat down on the couch, started icing the knee. Which, by the way, the knee feels fantastic. I'm about done with PT. It's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
what is it? 4 weeks now?
It's 5 weeks today.
Okay.
So I go in not this week, but next week, and see my surgeon, Dr. David Irvin, and I'm pretty sure he's going to say, "Yeah, you're good. You don't have to do any more therapy, and you can start swinging the golf club." That means the Den Man will be over at X Golf maybe that day. Just hitting some balls. They have a driving range. So I'll go over to X Golf. And
working on the swing.
Oh, yeah, just to see how it feels, all of that. But I started with the MAC championship. Not particularly a good game, but it was still, whatever.
That one was over from the beginning.
Yeah, that was like 8 people there. I mean, it was Ford Field never looked. It was like a library. It's like
there were more people at the high school state championship games at Ford Field than the MAC championship.
Oh, I agree. And by the way, Central Catholic, hold your head high. All right, you keep getting to the state championship. That right there is an achievement, man. They don't skirt anybody, and God bless them. Anyway, and then after the MAC championship, I started watching. What did I watch? Oh, I was watching the SEC championship, and then I started watching Michigan basketball, who beat the crap out of Rutgers by over 40 freaking points. I want to be truly excited about Michigan, but I guess I want to see him play like Purdue and see.
It wasn't a basketball weekend in my household. For some reason, my wife understood conference championship weekend. It started with the Lions game, though.
Well, I'm just glad I was wrong about the Lions game, because I said whoever wins the coin, not who gets the ball first, wins the coin. And the Lions did not win the coin. Dallas did. Lions they deferred. Lions got the ball. I'm like, well, we'll see if I'm right. And I was not right. I was wrong. And I'm so thankful the Lions won. But the Lions are in trouble, and we'll get to that at some point throughout the show or the week because, we got a lot to cover today. But Alabama, Georgia, that wasn't really much of a game. Indiana, Ohio State was just an amazing game. And it didn't hit me till it was over. Ohio State, the last time they lost, 13-10.
And who was
Columbus.
that to? Mm-hmm.
That was Michigan. By the way, we have an Ohio State fan who's not real happy with us right now. He says, I love hearing you nerds laugh at OSU as if Michigan had did anything since Cheatergate, losers. What's an OSU fan? Listen, I'm not going to laugh at Ohio State.
I'm not laughing.
I
called this.
Rob
I said Indiana would win.
I know, and you took him, and you got him, and there you go. I fully expect Ohio State to be in the national championship game. I mean, it will not surprise me if Ohio State runs the table. Will they?
That.
Yeah, I don't know. There's that Georgia's friggin' defense looks really tough, and we know that defense is Ohio State's Achilles heel because you got a true freshman in there who's not winning the Heisman. I'm here to tell you. But so the 13-10 I thought was interesting, and this too when Fernando Mendoza got rocked, and yes, it was a legit play, but man, what a hit that was! That kid's a stud, man. He got up and he played, and I thought, oh, that had to rattle him. He's not going to be the same player. Yeah, I was wrong.
Yeah, he won the Heisman. He won the Heisman that game.
Yeah, I agree. Here's something, a little fun fact. Indiana's backup is also named Mendoza. Has that ever happened in college football?
Nah, that's kind of weird.
Alberto Mendoza.
No relation.
I don't think so. I don't know, but I know they both like Taco Tuesday. Okay, that's a joke. Don't complain about the show. We're number one. Leave us alone. Anyway, no,
I'm not hating on the Buckeyes. I think that the Buckeyes Big Ten championship game happened in Ann Arbor, and they thought they were going to roll Indiana, and that I didn't see it happen. This Indiana team, unlike last year, was built a lot more on defense. They can throw the ball around the field, but they play defense aggressively.
They did, and that was the difference. Indiana's coaches made the right adjustments at halftime. Ohio State did not. I mean, it came down to coaching. It's not personnel. It's not better players. It's not any of that. I mean, big plays really decided it. 4th and 1 from the Indiana 5-yard line in the third quarter.
Yeah, the red zone, the Buckeyes were terrible. We got a phone call for you.
They were, but my heart breaks for Jaden Fielding, the kid who missed a 29-yard field goal. Wide left. Well, it shanked it. It wasn't really, it wasn't like even
I was going to say he shanked that.
And this kid getting death threats from Ohio State fans or gamblers. Rob made a good point. Is just wrong of how many people hate-filled comments on this kid's social media. I'd have deleted my social media or at least.
Oh yeah, you gotta cut that off for a minute. I mean, because at the end of the day, you are supposed to make that kid. Yeah. We all have a job here.
Yeah, but I mean, pressure.
I'm not saying death threats. Death threats, that's crazy. It's going too far.
That's just wrong. But I mean, the way Ohio State struggled, and I was a little surprised by that certain times of that offense. All right, let's go to the phones. Good afternoon. You're on 100.7 The Ticket. What is your name, please?
Hey, this is Slim, there, man. What's up,
Oh, what's up, Slim?
Buckeye Nation. Hey, but look, man, I just got a few quick comments. I'm doing stuff, but y'all carrying a good show here today. No excuses, man. Indiana just made plays, played better, and beat us. Just that simple. There's no excuses about it. They showed up ready. We were ready. It was a good game, but I noticed, to me, offensively, we never really got in a rhythm. We made some plays, but there was no rhythm offensively, and a lot of that had to do with what Indiana was doing to us. Questionable play calling in some junctures of the game for Ohio State. Yeah. Field goals we should have made, yeah, but you can't take nothing away from Indiana, man. It was a hell of a game. They're a hell of a team. But I will say this, and we'll talk again, count it. This is where we're going to do the same thing and roll to a national championship. We got a chance to play Miami or Texas A&M, whichever one of them bums show up, I hope it be Miami because I just like them, and just go on and whoop up on them boys. Now, secondly, as far as the Buckeye fans talking about the kicker, they're not a Buckeye fan, man. They're idiots. They're ridiculous. I don't know what's wrong with them. It's still a damn game. I mean, them guys is kids, man. I don't even understand when any fans do anything like that to any players. It's just retarded, man. I don't get it. I don't get it. You know, but outside of that, that's all I got at the moment. But I just want to let you know, Ohio State will repeat as national champs. And
right,
not only that, when I hang up, I want you guys I want to switch it for a minute. I want just a quick take from you guys on the Michigan-Texas game. I want to hear what you guys think about the Wolverines' chances, even though I know you already got your topic going for the day, but the Wolverines' chances on how they're going to do in that game. I'm out, probably call back. Love hearing you guys. Chris Hollywood, Den Man, peace. Go Bucks Nation, baby. Go Bucks.
All right,
Appreciate you, Slim. See you, dude.
Yep.
All right, so as far as Michigan, Texas, just real quick, and we'll get to that at some point. I can't make a prediction until I know who's playing in the game. How many people are going to sit out because they're waiting for the draft?
I think Michigan is young enough to where a bulk of our team will play.
Okay, well, then that changes everything. All right, Caleb Gill. Caleb says Alberto Mendoza is Fernando's brother. See, I hadn't watched Indiana all year, so I must have missed that little fun fact. First time a set of brothers each threw touchdown passes for the same FBS team in the same game in nearly a decade, according to Google, when they did it against Kennesaw State, which is like a high school team, earlier this year. Okay, well, there you go. Thank you for that. Thank you for that fun fact. Okay, finishing up on the Indiana-Ohio State game. Does this annoy the crap out of you like it does me? The announcer for Indiana and Ohio State, Gus Johnson, just annoys the crap out of me. Listen at his final call.
Let's it go. And it is caught, but not enough. Kurt Cignetti does it. In 2 years, the Indiana Hoosiers are champions of the Big Ten.
He just annoys the living crap out of me. I don't know why.
Yeah, I let it go. Once I realized he's just loud, I let it go. I thought he was like a super buck nut, but no, he's just loud.
Not. He's from Detroit.
Yeah, I know.
He's a Sparty guy, though, I believe. I believe he's a Michigan State guy. All right, quickly about Notre Dame. Notre Dame fans, I'd love to hear from you, 877-909-1007. How do you feel that, first off, Alabama got in, Miami got in, Notre Dame is out, and they ain't playing. Georgia was third, so obviously it's Indiana and Ohio State. Then you got Georgia's third, Texas Tech fourth. They all get first-round byes. The drama surrounds the bubble teams, of course. Alabama at number 9, Miami at number 10, making the field by leapfrogging Notre Dame. American Conference champion Tulane got the 11th spot. They shouldn't be in there.
I got the fix.
What?
I got the fix for all of this.
James Madison, they shouldn't be in there. Okay. ACC champ ain't in. Duke, because they had 5 freaking losses, which is ridiculous. And they were whining that they didn't get in. And then you got Oregon at number 5. Number 6, Ole Miss, doesn't have a coach. Number 7, Texas A&M. Number 8, Oklahoma. So we have to wait a week, which stinks. Why aren't they just playing this weekend? That's
Army-Navy game.
Yeah, I know. They always let that one go by itself, which I do enjoy that. So you got James Madison going to get spanked by Oregon. Oregon. And the winner plays Texas Tech. Alabama at Oklahoma. Winner plays Indiana. Indiana will spank both those teams. Tulane at Ole Miss. That'll be Ole Miss taking on Georgia. That should be a decent game. Miami taking on Texas A&M. Winner plays Ohio State. I think Ohio State will have an easy time with either one of those, especially if it's Miami.
We got a phone call.
How can I get into a rhythm if people keep calling up? You never called during the week on a Wednesday, but everybody said, okay, let's go to the phones. Good afternoon. I'm appreciative. Welcome to the show. What is your name, please? You're on the air.
I promise I won't be as bad as my father. I promise.
Oh, what's up, Roby?
Hey, just a quick heads up. You're right about. I don't think Tulane or James Madison should be in there. I don't know who you would put in there, but Tulane and James Madison. I'm like, come on, guys. Like, you can say they're the best non-power forward teams, but there's a couple other teams that I could think of that I wish were in there, but that are not.
Mm-hmm.
One team that should be in there right now, and they bit themselves in the butt, is Toledo. Their losses against Bowling Green
and Kentucky
is what killed them.
Roby.
And Kentucky.
They needed to run the table to even be mentioned, and that probably wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have beat Western Michigan in the MAC championship.
They wouldn't have. I didn't watch the MAC championship, so I wasn't sure how they.
Western is legit.
Western is legit. Okay. Then I'd be okay with Western getting in, because if Western is, I didn't watch that Western game, so if they're that legit, why aren't they in? You know what I mean?
Because they're non-conference. They lost to Michigan State. They lost to North Texas, who was an Indy American. It was a good game, but they lost, and then Illinois blew them out. So I mean, my whole fix to this is you expanded to 16. We're taking the top 14 teams in the nation. There is no bye. You take those two non-power 4 conference champions, and you're playing the 1 and 2 seed. Since you want to get in the playoff and you want to just be here, cool. You're taking on the top seeds at their house. That first round is all home games. Get rid of these conference championship games that don't matter. Make that the first round of the playoffs. Then you go to these neutral site games, and we get better games. But if they just want to put them in so they don't get sued. If you just want to put these two conference champions in, cool. I'm fine with that. I don't like the way the bracket is set up, because if I'm the 1 seed and I'm Indiana, there is no way you're telling me that I get between Alabama and Oklahoma.
Yep, exactly.
Where Georgia, the 3 seed, has Tulane or Ole Miss, who they're going to take care of either way, and then you're just waiting for Ohio State to take care of business versus whoever they have to play. But the bracket should go, you play the worst team that moves on. We don't know who we're playing in the second round. You play the worst team. Get rid of this college basketball bracket style. It doesn't work for football.
Yep, I like that's exactly how they do it in hockey. I'm pretty sure they always have, like, let's say. So I'm gonna get an example. A couple years ago, the Walleye were number 1. Then Fort Wayne was number 2. Fort Wayne ended up losing that series. We had to play 1 versus 3, and we were still the top seed. But if Fort Wayne would have won that series, they would have gotten that top seed.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it's something like that they need to do. Like, I agree with you all out. That needs to happen in the future for sure.
All right, dude. I'm up against the break. Thanks for checking in. Have an awesome day.
Yep. See you.
Appreciate it, Rob.
All right. I'm glad you didn't talk about the Red Wings, because that would have been jumping all over the place. So, how much flack is Notre Dame's athletic director Pete Baklava, whatever his name is, Bavakwa? After he's in disbelief that Notre Dame didn't get in, and then I was watching Get Up today, and they're like, somebody talked to him, and he said, "Oh, it's even worse today, the second day." It's like, and then he released this statement. Notre Dame has listen. It's not the players, it's not the coaches, it's the power brokers, the athletic directors, the presidents, the ego of Notre Dame. We're Notre Dame. We should get in. We're Notre Dame. We don't need a conference because we should automatically get in. And the way this is set up, Hollywood, this is the last time that they're not going to be in, because of the way the program is next year. And the story that I read, part of the understanding signed last year with CFP guarantees that the field will have at least 12 teams in 2026 and beyond. Notre Dame would be guaranteed a spot as long as it finishes in the top 12 next year. Like they did this, they didn't this year because they got bounced out because of the.
I mean, you can find ways to bounce them out. They're not they started off the season bad. I do think that Notre Dame got better over the year, but you can't excuse the head-to-head, bro. You lost to them.
Right. Exactly. And Miami was really smart by telling everybody to watch the freaking game. And
that's the AD's biggest issue is that other than in football, I make money with the ACC. The ACC network, along with ESPN, you guys kind of conspired to get me out of the playoffs.
You didn't deserve to be in. Your strength.
I think that Notre Dame, if we look at them as the top 9 Power 4 conference champions, since they're not in the conference, it makes it tough. Notre Dame is better than Tulane. Notre Dame is better than James Madison. You take one of those teams. If it's Tulane, put Tulane in. If it's James Madison, put them in. But both of you guys aren't coming. That first round is pointless now.
It is. It's ridiculous.
This is about to be a track meet.
Listen, Notre Dame fans, I agree with you. You should be in. What I disagree with is your AD sounding like a freaking child. We appreciate all the support from our families and fans, and we're hoping to bring the 12th national title to South Bend in 2026. Blah. The Irish have been ranked in the top 10 of every CFP ranking before Sunday. They know how it works. The Irish had been ranked. Bavakwa expressed frustration with the process, telling ESPN that the team felt that it had the rug pulled out from under it, part because the Irish believed that they were well situated to make the field because that they have been ranked all year.
The rankings were a lie all year. You guys weren't a top 12 team.
Well, he calls the rankings a farce and a total waste of time. Which
I agree with that.
Yeah, that I do.
I mean, I can go pull up the rankings and we'll talk about it later, but I can go and see where they were throughout the year, but they shouldn't have been as high as they were. I think a lot of the times they get the benefit of the doubt because they're Notre Dame.
They do. They do. And honestly, Friday or Thursday when I was on, I'm like, Notre Dame's going to get in. They're not. They
Everything happened perfectly, though.
Yeah. Well, I thought Notre Dame would still get in. And then you had CFP Selection Committee Chair Hunter Yakarchek, or whatever his name is, Jurachek, said that the head-to-head against Notre Dame wasn't a deciding factor until the Hurricanes jumped BYU in the CFP rankings, and they were evaluated side by side. And then he encouraged all committee members Saturday night to rewatch the Notre Dame-Miami game from Labor Day weekend. So you can tell where he was leaning right there with that. But listen, Notre Dame, play a tougher schedule or join a freaking conference. They're not going to join a conference because they don't want to share the money.
Well, stop scheduling Boston College and Navy and Purdue. Like, dude, pick up 2 more games.
Well, those are kind of rivalry games.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, USC is really the biggest rivalry there in Purdue. But I don't know. Notre Dame is only themselves to blame. And I think it's childish that you're going to deny the seniors, the ones that aren't coming back in 2026, a chance to go to probably they would have been on a New Year's Day bowl game.
Oh, and for sure.
You're not letting them do it. And
is Syracuse a rivalry game? Because they blew Syracuse out 70-7.
No.
You didn't have to have that game. The NC State game, Boise State, like Arkansas. Certain teams you scheduled, it's like, oh, we'll just throw them in here because they are Power 4, but they're at the bottom of their conference.
Yeah. So, listen, they can get as mad as they want, but it's their own damn fault.
Why'd they stop playing their Big Ten schedule?
Yeah. When's the last time you played Michigan or Ohio State or, you know what I mean? They didn't want to do that because they didn't want to lose. Listen, it's their own fault. I don't feel bad for them. Notre Dame fans, you have no excuse. Sorry. All right, we have to break. Coming back to Feel Good news story of the day and news quickies if we have time. DennyRadio Sports and More, brought to you by Cinco de Mayo Mexican Bar and Grill, continues next on 100.7 The Ticket.
A legend in his own mind. DennyRadio is on 100.7 The Ticket.
All right, cool.
4 minutes.
Perfect.
I don't think we're getting through all this today.
I want to. I'm trying. But that's okay. It's good content. Okay, let's see here. Got some text going.
Here from Monday Night Football on Westwood One. Join me and Hall of Fame quarterback Kurt Warner for a battle between two playoff-bound teams when the Los Angeles Chargers take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles are 8-4, but have lost 2 straight. Chargers also 8-4. They're coming off a win. Don't miss it. Eagles at the Chargers on Monday Night Football.
Pre-game begins at 7 o'clock here on Toledo's Home for Football. ESPN 100.7, The Ticket.
Denny Schaefer.
Can I take your gerbil?
He's an idiot.
Denny Radio, sports and more on 100.7 The Ticket.
Welcome back, boys and girls. Denny Radio, sports and more. Matt from West Toledo. I feel like Ohio State has a challenging game either way. Texas A&M and Miami and Florida.
Mm-hmm.
They're loaded with NFL talent. Texas A&M has 2 of the most dynamic receivers in the country, and Miami has 2 first-round defensive linemen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's the way I look at it, Hollywood. Either way, it's going to be a fun game to watch. All right, it's time now for the good news, feel-good story of the day, brought to you by Danny's Cafe in Rossford. As a matter of fact, I'm up on Danny's because I follow them on Facebook, and you should too. Bingo night tonight at Danny's, 6 to 8 p.m., and then they're doing line dancing tomorrow. If you're not following Danny's Cafe in Rossford, you really ought to, because it's a pretty awesome place. Great food, great vibe, all of that. And our sponsor for the good news story of the day.
And now, it's time for the good.
Good news is good news, and the good news is...
I've got good news and good news.
This is really a how does this happen, too? After mysteriously disappearing more than 4 years ago from somewhere in California, Coco, a dachshund mix, was reportedly found tied to a fence outside of Detroit in Lincoln Park, Michigan. So the staff at Lincoln Park Animal Shelter scanned, there was a microchip, and they found the family how many miles away? What, over 1,000 miles to California?
Yeah.
So the nonprofit Helping Paws and Claws saw the post about the situation. They jumped in to help. Volunteers arranged for Coco's veterinary checks, organized his travel, and they work with the Lincoln Park Animal Shelter, who cared for him until, he could head home. So donations came in to cover those costs, and some stranger contributed Sky Miles
to pay for the flight.
I'm freaking home. Coco's owner, Patricia, says that she was stunned by the distance he traveled and shares that he's always been somewhat of an escape artist, which makes me laugh. She says the experience proves how valuable microchipping your pets can be. Coco is now back with his family, including his 2 young human siblings. Okay, first off, that annoys the crap out of me. The parent, and my, human sibling. No, that's not real.
I'm going to put Coco on punishment.
I want to know how Coco gets from California to Detroit. Like somebody, like a truck driver, find him and bring him all the way here? I don't know. But that is your good news, feel-good story of the day, brought to you by Danny's Cafe in Rossford. The world's cleanest restaurant, by the way, is Danny's, your iconic neighborhood corner bar and restaurant. Great food, great vibe, great people. Danny's Cafe in Rossford. All right, I'm going to squeeze in the news quickies, and then we're going to break and come back and take a whole bunch more phone calls. That's what we seem to be doing. And I'm okay with that. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I prepared all this stuff, and I'm like, I guess it'll wait till tomorrow. President Trump says the affordability crisis is a hoax. But remember, the last time he shopped for anything, it was for a wife.
You are a rude, terrible person. You shouldn't be working.
I barely am. I'm on the ticket. Come on. Khloe Kardashian sleeps with the lights on because she's scared of ghosts. When Kim has the lights on in bed, it's because she's filming.
Kim Kardashian is so sexy. Her butt is like a big mountain of pudding.
Last week, the Los Angeles Clippers dumped Chris Paul in the middle of the night. Well handled, responded Team President Lane Kiffin. And finally, Charlie Sheen's ex-wife says he owes her $15 million in child support payments. Unfortunately, he already spent all that money on escort support.
Yeah, I am on a drug. It's called Charlie Sheen.
And there you go. There's your news quickies of the day. Coming back, my daughter's going to join us at some point. She has a story. It's a sports story, believe it or not.
Okay.
And it's really good. Plus, we'll get into Toledo needs a new coach. And
Maybe.
What are
Is
you
it
talking
official?
about?
Was that official?
Jason Kendall?
That is official?
I'm pretty sure.
Everything says interview that I saw.
Well, let's Google it during the break, and we will let you know. Stick around. Hour 2, Denny Radio Sports and More, brought to you by Cinco de Mayo Mexican Bar and Grill, continues next on 100.7 The Ticket.
Denny Radio.
I got a question.
All right, when are we back?
01.
Cool. I'll be right back. All right. Let's see here.
The best coverage of Central Catholic basketball is right here on ESPN 100.7 The Ticket. Join Bill Clark, Mike Mernon, and Jackson Stricker all season long for the most exciting and complete coverage of Irish hoops in the Toledo area. It's all brought to you by Burger King, the Castillo Funeral Home, Frickers, Maumee Bay Turf Center, the Toledo Diocese, Strauss Refrigeration, Danny's Cafe, and Frames Pest and Wildlife Control. So don't miss a minute of the action all season long. It's exciting Central Catholic hoops on your local sports leader, ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
Guess who's back? Back again. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? 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 Guess who's back?
Denny Schaefer. He's an idiot.
We get another hour together, you lucky people. Denny Radio Sports and More brought to you by Cinco de Mayo Mexican Bar and Grill. They're on Alexis Road east of Telegraph, Airport Highway in front of Menard, Schreier Road in Rossford, and their newest location, where sometimes they have live entertainment, on Glendale in front of Walmart, the home of the $8.99 lunch specials that comes with sides. Great food, great margaritas. Especially the frozens. I'll take a 20-ounce, please, with salt. That would be awesome. And there you go. So thank you, Victor, for sponsoring the show. You can watch us on bakeryunlimited.com. We're up right now on the 100.7 The Ticket Facebook page. If you're not following our Facebook page, just search 100.7 The Ticket. Boom, there we are. Like us. Make us your favorite. And, you can watch the show. Bakery Unlimited. They're on Seacoast Road, north of the Toledo Clinic. And they're in the Saxon Square Plaza in Sylvania. 877-909-1007. That is the Cigar Affair text line. Cigar Affair in Uptown Maumee. All right. Did you look to see if it is official? Because there's an official search going on for Jason.
Yeah, they announced them today. I just wanted to see if they made the announcement yet.
Well, I don't know.
They did. I went and checked.
Okay, so it happened. By the way, we did mention Central Catholic or briefly last hour to get, for the second straight year. Unfortunately, they end with a loss to Bishop Waterston. They kind of got their number. But the fact that Central Catholic keeps coming back. I mean, didn't they start out like 0-3?
Yeah,
I mean,
they're in a tough conference.
They are, and they came up short, but they ended up being 11-5. That's a hell of a season, and they have a hell of a program over there. And I say congrats to them. Being number 2 ain't too bad. It's better than being number 250th. And then you got Liberty Center, who just ran the frickin' table. I mean, they just spanked them. Third time's a charm. Liberty Center had finished as state runners-up the last 2 years. The number 1 ranked Tigers, 15-0, a decisive 35-3 win over number 2 Wheelersburg. So, way to go there. Congratulations. So, all right, before we talk about Jason Candle, give me your thoughts on Michigan and the what are they in, the friggin' Citrus Bowl taking on Texas? The Cheez-It Citrus Bowl on New Year's Eve. Well, New Year's Eve day, 3:00 kick.
Those games don't matter.
Yeah, but you're still going to watch them, aren't you?
Maybe.
You call yourself a Wolverines fan? What the hell's wrong with you?
I mean, this is a pointless game. I wasn't totally mad. Well, I was mad at Notre Dame the way that they responded because you guys are pouting. But these bowl games are kind of pointless. Just end the season. Just end it. Playoffs, that's it. I know money and all that stuff, but nobody cares about these bowl games.
I do. That's
Just
good
give
enough for me.
It's just going to give us something to watch for the 2 weeks we're off. But
Yeah, I know. That's all. Did you miss the part where I said I watch sports and mostly football from noon on Saturday till nearly midnight?
that was an amazing day, though. Saturday was great football. Even the bad games were still good to have because this is it. That was it. My wife was asking, oh, what about the other teams? I said, oh, no, it's basketball season for those schools.
Yeah, it is.
They're working on their jumper.
And I watched Michigan win, and they beat the living crap out of Rutgers. So I was just jumping around. And were the Pistons on Saturday night? Did I watch that too? No, I don't think they were on.
I was going to say you were watching a lot. I couldn't watch everything. I did get a little overwhelmed at one point. I think it was Saturday.
Never happened. I have no idea of what you speak, being overwhelmed by too much sports on TV.
I was trying to watch the Cleveland and Golden State game, and I'm like, nope, it's just a football day. It's just a football day. Let's stick to football.
By the way, probably not going to make a huge difference, but Michigan hired a new coach, Kerry Combs, a longtime college and high school coach and former Ohio State defensive coordinator. He's Michigan's new special teams coordinator. I don't know. That mean anything?
I mean, special teams is important.
Yeah, well, yeah, their punter sucks. Let's hope we get a better punter because their punter sucks. By the way, did you see that Michigan signed the number one running back in the country?
Mm-hmm.
When
5 stars, Savion hitter.
Yeah. Okay. Who saw that coming? I mean, I thought everybody's saying Sharon Moore's on the hot seat. Sharon Moore's on the hot seat. Well, why would a number one high school player, commit to Michigan? The nation's number one running back.
What position does he play again?
Running back.
All right, exactly. We have enough of those. We have a 5-star quarterback who doesn't have anybody to throw the ball to. Get some receivers, please, Sharon.
Well, I think Marshall's a pretty good receiver. He's pretty good.
I like Marsh.
I think he's
solid. I like McCulley. Yeah. They're just young. Go get some veteran guys to, show them the ropes.
Anyway, I was surprised to see that Michigan would land the number one running back with the.
I think they have a top 5 recruiting class right now.
I know it's pretty strong, but are you going to coach them? All right, Toledo football, and who is it which listener of ours is it? Seahawks 12th man who always bangs on Jason Candle.
Oh, we have a few.
Well, Candle's out. The era is over, so no more banging on him. He's the all-time wins leader. He's leaving to become the next football coach at the University of Connecticut. When I saw that, I was thinking, wait a minute. Does he know that UConn is not a football school? It's a freaking basketball school.
I love that.
Candle informed Toledo players of the move to UConn at 10 a.m. on Saturday. So it was official Saturday morning. UT Athletic Director Brian Blair says, we are grateful for Jason's leadership, his decision to our student athletes, blah, 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 blah. Fun fact, kids, Toledo is one of the most successful programs in the MAC and owns the second longest bowl eligibility streak in the group of 6. Was. Candle, what are you saying was?
They were. They just, I think the Toledo fan base is going to find out what the Steelers fans will find out. A lot of times the grass isn't always greener. Kendall did a great job and built your program up. No, you didn't get a bunch of MAC championships like you wanted, but he brought talent through here that you will never see again.
NFL talent. Oh, my gosh. Dude, what happened?
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I had a great weekend. I came in here so ready. No, I'm happy. This is all happiness. I'm going to be honest with our listeners from now on. I will never lie to them again because I almost let you guys convince me that to not believe my eyes that Indiana was a better football team than Ohio State. And everybody told me they had no chance and they sucked. They're a basketball school. So I'm just on a little bit of a cloud nine right now.
Okay. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. You seem a little bitter and angry. Anyway, I think Toledo's a very desirable place to go, and I think we're going to have a quality candidate to come. Look at the history of the coaches that have come through, and Candle. Yes, he was here. How many years? 10 years.
10 years.
Whatever it was, and he puts a lot of dudes in the NFL, and that's where they want to go. So we'll see. And Candle was 81-44 in 10 seasons. Following, he was there 17 years. He was 7 seasons as an assistant.
Mm-hmm.
He only won 2 MAC conference championships, 2017, 2022. Was a 2-time MAC Coach of the Year. Candle also helped produce 11 NFL draft picks. And that's what it's all about for these young studs. Candle is going to the University of Connecticut for a fresh challenge and double the pay. Boom. That's why he's going, ladies and gentlemen.
I think he'll have a better chance to compete there, as weird as that sounds. I mean, they're in the same boat. UConn is an independent school, so they're in the same boat as Notre Dame.
Aren't they in the ACC?
UConn?
No. Football?
No, for football, they're independent. So they're like Notre Dame. If you schedule 1 or 2 tough games and have a decent schedule, you can build something there.
But basketball, they're in the ACC, aren't they?
Yes, for basketball.
Okay. Well, he's leaving for a program, and this is what the story says. He's leaving for a program with no conference, limited FBS tradition, and a stadium half-hour away from campus. Jim Mora Jr. just left for Colorado State. I guess he interviewed for like a half a dozen jobs, including at Tulane in South Florida, along with the offensive coordinator post of some power programs.
He had to leave last year.
Last year he should have left?
Mm-hmm. But I know he wanted to get the wins record at UT, which makes sense. He's been here for a while.
I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Bo Polston, a heralded quarterback, he announced also on Saturday he's not coming to Toledo. Candle's out, I'm out. He posted on X, me and my family decided opting out of my national letter of intent and decommitting from the University of Toledo. It's the best for me at this time. Thank you, and then God's plan. Well, there you go.
Going to see a few of those.
So you got 6th-year co-offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach Robert Weiner, or is it Weiner? Weiner, doesn't matter. He's going to lead UT as the interim head coach, according to Brian Blair. He'll be in the Boca Raton Bowl on December 23rd when Toledo will get spanked by Louisville in the Bush's Baked Boca Raton Bowl of Beans. That's what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
It's her 3rd appearance in Southeast Florida in 10 years.
I think I said they were going to go to that bowl, too.
I think you did. Toledo, 9.5-point underdogs. Louisville's 8-4, 4-4 in the ACC. They were ranked as high as 14th in the AP poll earlier this season. Then they lost 3 of their final 4 games. The game will kick off at 2 on December 23rd, be televised on ESPN. So will you watch that one, Mr. Poo-Pooer of bowl games?
Yeah, I watch. I just can't watch Michigan in bowl games that are insignificant. The last time I did that, Alabama was cool. I watched that game, and then it was Jadeveon Clowney knocking someone's helmet off. I don't watch Michigan bowl games if they're not important.
Yeah, I think that was at the Citrus Bowl. I want to say that.
That's why I'm like, it's just not good for me to watch because I know I'm not really invested. I mean, I want to win, of course, but
that might have been Rich Rod or the dude before Rich Rod. That game, because I remember watching it like, oh, this game, it's over.
I want to say that was Rich Rod, yeah.
Might have been
because that was Shoelace.
For Toledo, it'll be their 16th consecutive bowl appearance, which is the 6th longest streak nationally in FBS. In Boca Raton, Toledo beat Liberty 21-19 in 2022, beat Temple 32-17 in 2015. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, that's
Do
going to be
you consider this a success, though?
for Toledo?
The Candle era.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I liked him. I thought he was a hell of a coach.
There was a coach at Nevada, and I think if a lot of fans of these non-Power 4 schools embrace this, the coach of Nevada says you come here in order to build yourself up as a player, develop yourself so you can go make $11 million at Oregon. If Toledo and the rest of the MAC understands that we might not go undefeated, Toledo has always competed in the MAC. You're getting NFL guys. You're building up a program. I think Kendall did a good job in adding to that tradition and culture. I think a lot of times he did make a lot of people mad, though.
By the way, if you're Brian Blair, here's what you do if you're trying to woo the next up-and-comer coach that needs one more place to go before he goes to the big boys. Says, hey, by the way, do you see my last coach doubled his pay?
Mm-hmm.
That's all you got to say. I mean, the facility's good. The stadium's good. You got great support. You got a resume of NFL players. You got a former Rocket, Matt Campbell, who went to Iowa State, and now he's the coach at frickin' Penn State, which I think, by the way, Matt Campbell at Penn State was brilliant. And he's only 46 years old.
He was the Iowa State coach recently, right?
Correct. He went from Toledo to Iowa State.
And then Candle took his position?
I believe so, yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
And he's been there ever since.
They might be able to get Dion. He'll probably get fired soon.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Dion's not coming to Toledo.
They didn't think Eddie George would come to BG. You got to get somebody who can, I
don't know. I mean, Eddie George.
I think Jason said, I'm not competing with Eddie George anymore.
Yeah, is that what it was?
and Pudge? I got to go against Eddie George and Pudge.
Yeah, Pudge drove him out.
Oh, I got to get out of here.
It wasn't Eddie George. He's like, oh, that cat's so adorable. I can't compete with that. Anyway, Penn State's going to be a better team next year. We'll see.
Oh, for sure.
I still think Penn State's cursed from Joe Paterno and the pervert Jerry Sandusky.
Sandusky, yeah. Not as much Joe Pye. Yes, Joe Pye should get it, but Sandusky was the real sicko.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, a lot of changes with coaches and moving around. And let's get to the NFL, people, because we have my daughter coming up. She's actually going to tell us a football story.
Okay.
That happened to her and her choir singing Christmas carols this weekend in Bowling Green. All right. So, like I said earlier, I'll say it again. I was so glad that I was wrong about the Lions on Thursday night because I said whoever wins the toss, not who gets the ball, whoever wins the toss is going to win the game. Dallas won the toss. They deferred. The Lions ended up winning the game. But the Lions ended up losing because Brian Branch tore his left Achilles, his Achilles tendon, against the Cowgirls. He's done probably you don't come back in a year from that.
Yeah, he'll probably be out next year too.
And then you got this is why the Lions aren't making the playoffs. Their defense, too many injuries. Offensive line's not good, inconsistent. Too many injuries. Free safety Thomas Harper filling in for the injured All-Pro Kirby Joseph. He got a concussion in the first quarter. He's not cleared to return. Cornerback Terrion Arnold went on injured reserve last week. Detroit's 8-5, and they take on Matthew Stafford. What's the line on that game? I'm guessing the L.A. is going to be favored by at least a touchdown, maybe more.
You think that much? Right now,
at home,
the spread is 6.
That's a touchdown.
It's not bad.
Okay, hold on a second. I'm getting a text from my daughter. I didn't get anything from you from Denny. Okay, that's weird. I don't know why my daughter wouldn't have got it because I sent it. And it's weird. Let me try it from a different account. Because my daughter's going to be joining us here coming up. Let me send it from the YouTube one. All right. What was the most exciting NFL game over the weekend, Hollywood? Go.
Ooh.
The Browns?
I was going to say I was glued to that Browns game. I hated the coaching decisions. I'm trying to think. It wasn't NFL for me. It was the ACC championship. I'm sorry. That was a great game.
Wait a minute. ACC championship game?
Yeah, Duke versus Virginia. You were asleep. I know for sure you were asleep.
Dude, okay, so that's not an NFL game.
I know I said it wasn't an NFL game. It would have been the Browns if I have to pick NFL. That's what I said.
Okay, you got to tell me about the Browns because I did not watch the game. We were up at a family party up in just north of Flint, and so I didn't see any of the Browns game. But, Shador, is he going to start this week?
Yeah, he's going to be the starter for the rest of the season. According to Coach Stefanski, I believe he said that today in a press conference.
Okay, because I wasn't privy to his press conference. So, do you agree or disagree that Deshaun is going to get a shot at some point this year with the Browns?
They don't have to. I think realistically, even yesterday, Stefanski, everybody saw that Shador makes this team competitive. And if you wanted a competitive team, the kid can play. He has some developing to do, but he has good touch. He threw some deep balls. He did what he was supposed to do. He kept the team in the game. And for some reason, they decided to go for two twice. They went for two. They were down 14 in the fourth quarter. They couldn't really, after, I want to say they had like 3 or 4 straight punts, both teams. It was like 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. That whole third quarter sucked. The Titans scored at the end of the third to take a 21-17 lead. Then they scored again after a fumble. And after that, Shador, 2 drives, take them down the field. They score the first time, and then they went for 2. He fumbled the snap on the 2-point conversion. But I don't even know why they were going for 2. I don't get that.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, Steelers winning would surprise the hell out of me. 27.
Yeah. How did we do for football picks?
I'll get to that before we're done. I'll bring that up for the end of the show. Cool. All right, look who's here. It's my daughter after a hard
She's so
day.
cozy.
Whoops. She's at home. She's on the couch. Probably got a glass of wine going after dealing with high school and junior high kids.
I wish.
She has a story. They went caroling and ran into a big-time prominent sports figure, local. And we'll have her on next, so stick around, people. Final segment. We have one more segment, and then we got the crossover. Don't move. Denny Radio Sports and More, brought to you by Cinco de Mayo Mexican Bar and Grill, continues next on 100.7 The Ticket.
He puts the FU in fun. Denny Radio. Sports and more on 100.7 The Ticket.
I'm James M. Caldwell. I'm president and CEO.
4 minutes.
I'll take you through the whole thing, just kind of like how we talked about yesterday, okay?
Okay.
All right, Coop. School okay today?
Yeah, normal day.
What's up, yo?
Hey, Chris. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
All right, let me see if I can bring up the football picks. Rick had it wrong and had to resend them.
Gotcha.
Andre went 5-3. So did I. Hollywood 4-4. Susie 2-6.
Sheesh.
Josh B 1-7. Josh only got 1 right. He got the Tulane game right.
Yeah, I should have took Tulane. I wanted North Texas to win.
The only reason I took Tulane is because I thought that they were playing at home. The only reason I thought they'd win. So, Olivia, what the heck happened? Why are you all dark?
Oh, my bad. Is that better?
But what do you
You
got
just
going?
want to take a little nap.
Yeah, I do want to take a nap.
What
But
do you
I
got going
can't.
the rest of the day?
I got to go back to school because we're going on another field trip.
Who schedules all these field trips so close together?
Me.
What are you doing that for?
Well, people ask us to perform, and I'm like, I'm not going to say no.
Did they give you a little donation for the program?
No. Today we get free dessert. We get cheesecake, so that's
Nice.
better than nothing. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, this is your busy time of the year, isn't it? With all the
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So I'm just like, whenever I can, I usually will say yes.
That's very nice of you.
Got to spread the cheer.
Uh-huh. You're the one to do that.
Yeah.
You're all about the cheer.
Yeah, I'm the cheermeister. I'm the cheer.
So Josh went and worked out today with a trainer.
Yeah, he told me. How did it go?
I don't know. He said it went good, but he came home. He must have been beat because he went started gaming.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. I'm sure he probably. I'm curious as to how it went. He told me yesterday.
He said it went good, but we'll talk to him at dinner time. Mom's making taco pie.
Oh, nice. I'm jealous.
I love taco pie. The way she
Yeah,
makes
that's stunning. Haven't had that forever.
Well, if you wouldn't have scheduled a thing, you could have come by.
Yeah.
In your sweet car.
Yeah.
Where you got the new car?
Yeah, I got a Volkswagen Jetta.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. I be zipping around.
It is pretty nice. I mean, for the first car that you ever bought on your own, that's pretty strong.
Thank you.
I bought a piece of crap 1972 Ford Maverick.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
It had sun doors because there was so much. But I mean, it ran good, but it didn't look good.
Beginning your afternoon commute, not so great. Accident, Alexis and Douglas. Avoid that area if you can. Everything else looks good. That's your right now traffic.
Denny Schaefer.
My love knows no gender.
He's an idiot.
On 100.7 The Ticket.
Welcome back, boys and girls. Thanks for putting up with us. It's been a lot of fun, a lot of great calls, a lot of comments. Appreciate you. DennyRadio Sports and More brought to you by Cinco de Mayo Mexican Bar and Grill, home of the $8.99 lunch specials. All right, let's bring in my daughter, who is the choir director, music aficionado, runs the musicals at Otsego Go Night. She joins us now. You can watch us right now, by the way, on the bakeryunlimited.com Facebook live cam. Hello, Olivia. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Olivia.
Hey. Hi.
So yesterday we had a family party up in Flint, actually just north of Flint. So we got to spend a bunch of time together. And, of course, both Olivia and Josh had to be playing video games instead of just sitting there and have conversation. Anyway, and I found something out very interesting. This time of the year, Olivia takes around, is it your show choir?
Yeah, my show choir, my swing choir.
All right, swing, baby. And so they go around to different places and they, spread Christmas joy and cheer. So something interesting happened Saturday night. Take us through it.
Yeah, so we usually sing like at different restaurants and stuff for this event in downtown BG. And so we were just going through restaurants and like the stores and singing. And so we went into this restaurant called Juniper in downtown BG, which is like a nice dimly lit. I mean, the food smelled good. There were a lot of people in there. And so we all fit in there to start singing. We wanted to do Silent Night. And so we sing Silent Night, do the whole thing. People love us. They're recording. So then we leave. And I'm like, hey, let's go to Circle K and get slushies. Because, what else would you do when it's 30 degrees out with 30 kids?
Hot chocolate. Get some
Nothing else.
Yeah, slushies.
No. Yeah. So we're walking up to Circle K. And two of these girls come up to me. And they're like freaking out. They're like, Miss Schaefer, Miss Schaefer. I'm like, yes. Like, can I help you? And they're like, so that last restaurant we just went in? And I'm like, yes, I was there. I'm well aware. And they were like, their names are Kira and Reese. And Kira she was one of the first people in. And so while everybody else was filing in, she turned around to the table behind her and she goes, hey, are you going to eat that piece of cake?
She's trying to pick off food.
Yes. Trying to pick off food. And the guy goes, maybe. And she's like, could I have a bite? And he said, I don't know. So she turns around, we sing, and she turns back around. She goes, was our singing good enough for you to give me a piece of your cake? And he goes, your singing was good enough. You can have the entire piece of cake.
Yeah.
So her and Reese start shoving it because they don't have forks. They start shoving it into their mouth. And his wife is like laughing at them. And she's like, you two didn't want a picture? And they look at her and they go, why would we want a picture with him? So then he goes, well, and they're like, they're like thinking, they're like pulling up their Google. They're like, they said his name was like George Eddie or something. And I was like, Eddie George, the BG football coach. And it was the BG football coach.
And it was Eddie George.
It was Eddie George.
And his lovely wife, former member of SWV.
Yeah,
And
I'm just like, I almost wanted to just go back so we could like get a picture with him, but I was like dumbfounded. I'm like, how did you not know? Of course, the two like girls who don't pay attention to football at all are interacting with the head football coach of the college town that we're in.
And got some cake.
Yeah, and they had chocolate all over their mouths, so it was pretty funny.
Honestly, I wish that they would have, somebody would have recorded it because that had a chance to go viral for you. Because, I mean, come on, that just doesn't
cool.
happen. You know,
I know. It was hilarious.
Are they high school kids? Or are they junior?
Yeah, no, they're in high school. I'm like, you guys probably humbled him. Why would we want a picture with him? Is like, that's hilarious.
I mean, that was pretty cool of him, though, too, to say, yeah, you guys are so good. Here, take the whole cake. And then
I know. What a nice guy.
With good manners, what do? They just shovel it in right there.
I know.
Got to do it.
Yeah, hey, we were leaving. They didn't have much time. They said it was a great peanut butter chocolate cake. They said he had good taste.
Oh, that sounds really good. That's
I know. The place was really cute. I've never been there, but maybe.
Hollywood.
Yeah, Juniper.
I've never been there before.
Juniper?
No.
Sounds like it's kind of fancy schmancy.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, yeah, it was kind of uppity, but it was cool.
Well, next time we have Eddie George on Hollywood, we got to ask him.
We got to bring it up. Yeah.
The cake stealers.
Yeah, definitely.
The caroling cake stealers. He'll remember that.
All right, Olivia, what do you got going on tonight? You guys singing more carols, spreading more joy?
Yeah, we're going to Nazareth Hall and we're singing for the Tintagony Fire Department for the Christmas party.
That's cool.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, we're excited.
Very good. Very good. What songs? What's the playlist?
We're singing probably songs you don't know. You'll know Silent Night. We're singing a Pentatonics Christmas song, White Christmas, Jingle Bells, and then a couple others that you probably don't know.
Very nice. All right.
Yeah, I'm excited.
When are the kids finally out of school so you can get a break?
Oh my gosh, not until next Friday. So
all right, 2 weeks.
Fine.
Push through.
Yeah, I know. Thank you. I'm trying.
It's 9 freaking days.
I know. I'll be fine.
That's right. Me and Hollywood, we're going longer than that. We're getting it done because people really need us.
Right.
We're doing 11 days instead of.
Oh, I'll pray for you guys to wake up at 1 p.m. I hope you can do it.
We
got a tough gig. He wakes up at 6 and gets ready.
Dude, I'm up at 6. I had to get up at 6. My email's been all jacked up, so I'm still working on that. All right, Olivia, anything else in the story we need to know?
Nope, that's it.
All right, awesome story. Thanks for going on. Love you, sweetheart. And,
I love you too.
See you later. Have some fun.
Bye, Chris.
Yeah. All right, there you go. There's my daughter.
Oh, that's cool.
So proud of that girl. Otsego, I'll tell you, they love her out there. It's awesome. All right, you asked about football picks, and let me go to it. We had football picks last week. Andre and myself tied at 5 wins, 3 losses. Hollywood, you're at 4-4. Susie, 2-6. She only got 2 right. Josh B went 1-7. So that puts me at 79-40. Susie is 77-42. Josh B is 72-47. Hollywood 69-50, and Andre over 500 at 60-59. I got to check those numbers. I thought I was.
Yeah, I think I should have some more wins. Got to go back, do some recalculating.
You might have to go back and look those because Rick is shady. No, I'm kidding. Rick is awesome.
Nah, I should have picked the Steelers. There were a few mistakes I made, but it's okay.
See, I didn't get to watch the Steelers either. And
what were you doing?
Dude, I was in the car. We left at 11:30. We drove up to my family party. That's been
2 hours?
Yeah, a little over 2 hours. And we had to get off the same exit as Frankenmuth. So there was like a half a mile friggin' long line to get the turn to go to Frankenmuth, whatever. And then, we were there we got there at like 1:30, and we were there till almost 4 o'clock. And then I drove home, didn't get home till 6. So
So you didn't see anything but the end of Green Bay and Chicago and Kansas City, Houston.
Well, I recorded Green Bay and Chicago because I'm looking at it like, okay, I'd like to watch the Steelers, but I don't think they're going to win. The Green Bay-Chicago game is more important to me because I need Chicago to beat Green Bay because that'll help the Lions. And so I recorded that one. So when I got home, I didn't know the score. And I started watching that bad boy. And, it was I think it was a really good game. But then I see the Steelers are winning. I'm like, what the heck is going on?
It was a very weird day in the NFL.
Well, I mean, the Steelers winning over the Ravens, and now they're in first place by what, a game or 2 games? I haven't even looked.
I didn't look at the let me see the standings. Right now they have a 1-game lead over Baltimore.
Okay.
But technically they have the tiebreaker because they won.
So, and have they already played a second time, or have they got another game?
I believe they have one more. Let me see.
Okay, well, that'll be in Pittsburgh because they played in Baltimore, and Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, no, yeah, they end the season in Baltimore. So
no, they were in Baltimore yesterday.
I'm sorry, they end the season in Pittsburgh.
Baltimore does. Okay.
Yes.
Aaron Rodgers, 284 yards and a touchdown, and he ran for a TD. The old man ran. I mean, he used to be able to run. He got it done. So they're in first place. Jaguars beating the Colts. Oh, Daniel Jones. You can say goodbye to the Colts. That dude, he got an Achilles injury. He's out. That was in the first quarter. So Jaguars just rolled over the Colts. Vikings Commanders, that really surprised me. 31-0. Listen, I know the Commanders aren't that good, but the Vikings
they don't have their quarterback.
Crappy. And JJ, well, he's been playing better. He threw a career-high 3 touchdown passes and no turnovers.
JJ played like a high school quarterback.
What do you mean? Well, against the Commanders? Why, he just went out there and slung it around?
16 for 23, 163 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Not a lot.
Yeah.
That's not a lot. let me tell you who the team is the entire NFL has to worry about. Are you ready?
Which one?
It's a Denny Schaefer hot take. You ready? It's 3:37. Hot take from the Den Man. Everybody in the NFL, and I'm sure they're already on notice, but if they're not, I'm going to put them on notice right now. Everybody in the NFL, be aware of the Houston Texans. Houston Texans. Mark my words. C.J. Stroud playing better than he's been playing. 203 yards, touchdown. Texans defense, the top-ranked defense, shut down Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs 20-10. That was a fun game to watch, especially if you're tired of all the slurpage of Kansas City. And, of course, what do? They show Taylor Swift. She was there. Mm-hmm. They went to the booth, and there she was. And I'm like, oop, they're going to lose. And it was 10-10. And then all of a sudden Texans are like, okay, we're going to win this game.
Yeah, I just can't. With the NFL right now, it's just so like all the teams in the NFC, I can look at the Rams and maybe Green Bay right now and say those are the 2 best teams. In the AFC, I don't really believe in the Patriots too much. We saw the Colts go from 8-1 to collapse, or 7-1. They started off undefeated. Jacksonville, no, I do like Houston. I like Houston's defense. I don't like Houston's offensive line. But I feel like the difference between this weekend for me was in the NFL, I got even more confused on who the top teams are. And in college football, you could see like Georgia, Ohio State, and Indiana are the top teams, maybe Texas Tech.
Well, in the NFL, there's a lot of parity this year, and I kind of like that because you don't really know, who the powers are, because right when you think like Green Bay, the way they dismantled Detroit at the beginning of the season, and they're rolling, all of a sudden it's like, ooh, okay, you lost a couple crappy games, maybe you're not it. And then the Bears are like, okay, maybe it's the Bears, and then it's like Bears get beat by the Packers, and it's like, well, it ain't you. Well, maybe it's the Rams, and then the Rams, they started out on fire, and then they faltered a little bit, but now they're 10-3, favored to beat my Lions on Sunday, 4:25 kick. So that's going to be that'll be the game of the week on Fox. So that means we get Tom Brady, which, by the way, Brady's getting better.
He is.
He is getting better. I will.
He called the game yesterday. Was it the Cleveland game?
No, he called the Bears and Packers.
The Bears-Packers, that's what it was. Yeah, he called that game, and I was like, okay. He's getting used to it.
Dude, it wasn't bad.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to find out about the Patriots. You said you're not a believer?
It's not that I'm not a believer. It's just seeing them actually do it. All of these teams are kind of new to the playoffs as built, other than Buffalo.
Well, the Vegas is not buying into them because next week it's Buffalo at New England, and it's a pick'em game. So you're at home and you're not even favored by a point or two. Vegas is saying, we're not convinced. That's going to be a big game, and that is – when is that on? That's a 1 o'clock game. Why in the heck are you not having that? Don't they do the flex thing and put that on?
It looks like they're only flexing the week's 18 games.
No, it's a CBS game.
Yeah, so they'll be on CBS at 1.
All right, well, that'll be a fun one to watch. And let's see, is there anything else? Green Bay at Denver. That's interesting. Green Bay's favored there. That's an interesting game.
Who's tonight? Chargers and Philly? Yeah.
Oh, you're not going to turn on the TV to watch Monday Night Football?
I am, but
okay. Don't poo-poo football, dude.
It's almost over, honestly. I was realizing that this weekend. I'm like, wow, we're closer to the end of football season than we are to having more games left. So I am going to enjoy these next few weeks, yes.
Yeah, me too, because it gets very, very sad, at the end of January. And, we just, once the Super Bowl's over, it's like, oh, crap. Oh, well, college basketball. Michigan's good, so that's kind of fun. All right, let's take a break. Coming back. Well, let me see if I got any more text here before we do that. I got this, though. I want to drop this in because I won't have time or I won't remember tomorrow. What do you make of the president who wants to change the name of football in this country? Did you hear about this story?
Yeah, when you sent it to me, I read it.
Freaking ridiculous. He wants to change. Well, let me just play the clip. Where the heck is the story? I'll just play the clip. This is the president over the weekend because it's soccer.
When you look at what has happened to football in the United States, again, soccer in the United States, we seem to never call it that because we have a little bit of a conflict with another thing that's called football. But when you think about it, shouldn't it really be called? I mean, this is football. There's no question about it. We have to come up with another name for the NFL stuff.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh, they're cheering.
It doesn't make sense when you think about it.
They're cheering.
Football. But who would have thought it would have come to a level where you've set your all-time season ticket ratings? Nobody's ever sold as many tickets, and you're still a long way from that ball being kicked down the field. So I just want to congratulate you. What an incredible leap this has been, and congratulations to FIFA.
Thank you. Thank you, President.
Oh, my gosh. Sucking up to FIFA. What a joke. In this country, not many people care. I mean, there's a lot of people that care about FIFA and soccer and World Cup and all that. I get that. But you know what they care most about? The friggin' NFL. Football, okay? They're not going to change the name of football. That was the president sucking up. And seriously, don't we have bigger problems in this country?
A lot bigger. We could have switched the two names, though.
To what?
It would actually make sense if football was soccer because of how violent it is, and then if, soccer was football. But soccer, I don't care. I'm an American.
Yeah, me too. They're never going to change it to football. It's some of the suggestions. Maybe tomorrow we'll get into it. Some of the suggestions people given to wanting to change it to are just stupid. It's like, what is wrong with you people? Anyway. That's what we do. All right, don't move. Crossover. Andre of the Savages, Black and White Sports coming up next, and we'll chat with him right after this on 100.7 The Ticket.
Denny Schaefer is Denny Radio on 100.7 The Ticket.
All right, how much time?
Get creative at Board and Brush.
5 minutes.
All right, Coop.
In the attic and cigars that make you look fancy without trying, we've got it all.
I bought my husband a tactical backpack. Now he thinks he's in an action movie.
And don't worry, ladies, our friendly staff will help you pick the perfect gift without judgment, even if your guy thinks he needs that grenade-shaped bottle opener. So this Christmas, skip the boring, skip the socks. Come to His Store and More, where gifts are epic and your loved ones will actually be impressed. Visit 7325 Lewis Avenue in Temperance.
Ho, ho, ho!
His Store and More, because Santa shouldn't have all the fun.
The Denny Schaefer Show.
Can I ask you,
if you won all the money, what would you do with it?
Bunch of hookers and cocaine.
Oh, okay, that's not good. We were hoping for a different answer.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 100.7 The Ticket.
That's funny. Welcome back. Denny Radio Sports and More brought to you by Cinco de Mayo Mexican Bar and Grill, the home of the $8.99 lunch specials. All right, let's bring him in. He is the host of Black and White Sports. It's Andre of the Savages. Andre, welcome to the show. How are you?
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
All right. Biggest surprise sports-wise, not biggest surprise college football or NFL or college basketball, whatever. What was the biggest surprise to you sports-wise this weekend?
Boy, I don't know. Because this might, well, it doesn't matter now. You're leaving. That Candle rolls out into the transfer portal.
Yeah, he kind of did, didn't he? He went in the transfer portal.
Yes, he did. That's some of my clever stuff. That's the talent. Thanks.
That's funny, dude. You are talented. Seriously, just ask him. All right,
said that,
so I was surprised by, not that he left, because, I mean, you knew it was only a matter of time. I mean, he'd been with Toledo football for like 17 years, 7 as an assistant, 10 as the head guy. But to go to UConn, I mean, it's got to be for the money, because UConn doesn't have a football program. They don't even have a conference.
I mean, like you said, it's the money, but then it's still, I guess, the perception because of the name brand. I don't even know if we want to go conferences. If we get into that, that's a different dicey talk. But subconsciously, you see what I'm saying? Maybe there's some of that, and that's the belief there. Because it really feels unilateral move. I don't really know what you're doing, but I mean, what you're doing.
Signetti turned a basketball school into the #1 team in the nation, so. Yeah,
but he had the best football conference in the nation. He had the Big Ten. It's a little different. You want to come to UConn, you're not even in a conference. You're an independent.
Yeah. I don't get the UConn move.
Maybe he gets players. Maybe it's part of the sale of his future offering and what his hustle is. And UT, I can't do it here anymore, and there's nothing here. And you don't want to say that. That's still a coach's way of saying, let me get out now. Just like my man at this high school thing, but Whitmer. That's what he just pulled. That foolishness he just pulled, just dip out on but different thing.
Basketball.
Yeah, he just pulled that, that kind of deal. And so there's nothing there, and then they sell you this, I'm here to win, and it's about the enrichment of everyone involved, and no, you're getting ready to be sorrier than you already are, and don't let me be embarrassed because that messes with my name, and then I can't get the money I think I can get. And right now, UConn is going for it, and here I go.
Caleb Gill sends us a text on the Cigar Affair text line. He says, I've been struggling with this thought over the weekend, but is UConn really that much of a better program than Toledo?
No, sir, it's not. You're absolutely right, sir. And to our good friends over there in Uptown Maumee, but no.
I think they have more money.
But it's what you said, Denny. It's just there's probably a nice little check with it. Yeah. You know what I mean? It sounds as though I made a move up of some type to some, and I don't know. But that's our speculation, or mine anyway.
Here's the thing. It's a mountain of a challenge for him. And if he somehow can make UConn football relevant and get some decent, teams and players and put guys in the NFL like he did at Toledo, he pretty much writes his ticket to be a coach with, like a Penn State or big boy school. If he can pull this off.
Let's give him credit, though. Let's assume coach has already projected these things, perhaps maybe even 10 years into the future. And this is a part of, a much greater landing portal.
I was going to say, has there been much movement from MAC coaches to big power programs? Because I haven't seen any recently. You had Babers from BG go to Syracuse, and that didn't work out. But other than that, there hasn't been much movement. So maybe you do have to go somewhere else to get those big jobs. Maybe that's what he heard in these interviews.
Well, yeah, Matt Campbell went to Iowa State, and now where's Matt Campbell? He's at Penn State. So Toledo, you're not going from Toledo to a Penn State. You're going to a UConn, and if you can build that program, then you're going to be a star. All right, quickly before we're done, biggest surprise of the weekend when it comes to the NFL?
I don't know that there were any, except that they actually let these people get bitten with this Kansas City. I mean, it's so much fun to watch and enjoy because people keep betting on these guys. I told them, like, okay, this is what they're doing to you. The NFL has now made these guys the sacrificial lamb, as they were the proverbial bandwagon, if you will. And, they're doing a reverse thing. And don't anticipate them playing with everybody else in the postseason. Not with all the cool kids. They won't be with the cool kids anymore.
Sheesh.
They're not with the cool.
You wouldn't have been able to tell me that in the beginning of the season, though.
But I tried. Unfortunately, there's tapes that say I tried.
I know.
It's all right. It's okay. I'm not here for that. It's not the goal.
Dude, your Steelers look good. They won. They beat Baltimore. They're still alive. They're probably going to win their friggin' division.
But get ready. See, you got it. Then here, let's watch it. It's like I told you, like the horse race, because where are they? They're smothered and buried, sprinkled in Dallas and Pittsburgh. You still can't see it. Only you, because we're here and we've been talking. No one in the civilized world would go for this.
No. All right, dude. Great job as always. Have a great show, and thank you for going on, Hollywood. Great job as always, and we got to get the heck out of here.
Yes, sir. Why won't this do it? There you go.
I'm out of here.
Thank you for putting up with us. A lot of fun today. Till next time, this is Denny Schaefer saying, doing what you love is freedom. Loving what you do, that's happiness. Keep dreaming and love the one who loves you most. Hey, Toledo.